Welcome. You've splash landed into this Prosecco-laden podcast, straight into the woo-woo pool with the crew of Ohm-g. We're just a simple group of tragically imperfect and highly empathic BFFs, exploring a wide range of atypical topics with humor, grace, and curiosity. This is Ohm-g. Thank you for joining us today. We have with us the wonderful astrologer, Jenny Schafer. We're here to get the lowdown on what's coming up this summer and beyond. You're here with the crew of
Ohm-g, the podcast.
This is Camille.
This is Brenda.
And this is Lynn.
And this is Jandra. Welcome back.
Miss Jenny, would you like to do a little brief intro for those who are new to our podcast or new to astrology?
I would be honored. Thank you so much, ladies, for welcoming me back on your wonderful podcast. My name is Jenny Schafer. I'm an astrologer. I'm a QHHT practitioner like Lynn is. I'm a woman of many talents. I think I said that last time I was on your podcast, actually. It all started. I was a social worker in my 20s. I went to school. I did the right thing. Went to university all those years because I was like obsessed. I wanted to change the whole world, right? And then as I got wiser, I understood, no, change self. We don't need to change the world. So as my own evolution continued from my social work, in which I do not poo-poo, I'm very grateful for learning the counseling skills and learning everything that I did from social work. But as the years went on, I became way more holistic in my approach. And here we are. Now I'm a woo-woo astrologer all over the interwebs. How's that for an intro?
We love the woo-woo astrologers. And we love having you back again. It's been a minute since you were with us last time. And as we record this today, we're sitting in the middle of that Scorpio full moon. And I feel it. So,
Thanks.
yeah.
Yeah, I'd love to talk about this full moon, or should we not? Because this is not, you're not even going to be releasing this anytime soon. But you know what? What I always say to people, if you hear the recording of this, like way later, just go back on your phone, look at the photos that you were taking around this time, because that'll refresh your memory. Like, what was I doing on May 1st around that time? Because this full moon is one of the most magical manifesting full moon of them all. We've got all planets direct. It's in Scorpio, the sign of the witch. Hello. It is like early degrees. Everything is early degrees. And I'm full body goosebump right now telling you this. So like when the planets are like this, which has never happened in the history of the world, it's like this, we're all reborn right now. And that's what the astrology has been all year. Like there's a rebirth for all of us. Now, all of you have children, right? So you've all seen your little babies go through those, like those first phases of that first year. It's just like mind blowing when you see them grow, right? And that's where we are. And it's like, we're learning to talk again. We're learning to find our voice. We're learning to crawl again. That's where we are. And this full moon is as magical as it gets. So look back on your phone. I know you won't be releasing this around this time, but look back, like what did you do right around May 1st?
It's interesting. I've noticed my throat has been like scratchy. And I know we have pollen here right now, but it's not that. It's a different kind of feeling. And it's like there's something stuck in there that just won't clear. And that's been going on for probably the last 3 days. And I just looked at your post you made on Instagram about the full moon today and talking about the shadow aspect of money and that coming to the light. And I'm like, giddy up.
Ooh, all of it. All of it. Where
Yep.
do you even begin? Like,
I
oh
know.
my gosh.
You want to just touch on this full moon just for if people want to look back at it like you talked about and think about what was going on, like we might be able to look at it in hindsight and maybe what comes out in the collective as well, I think could be really interesting in the days to come, because I feel like it's going to be more than just in our personal lives, as it's going to be on the stage, the world stage.
The world stage is going to change around this full moon, and it's going to be as soon as Pluto goes into retrograde. Yes, that's a prediction. Boom. I just threw it down onto the table for you ladies, but I know you can handle this.
Yep.
Pluto will be going retrograde. I think it's May 6th. And then we're going to start seeing some stuff.
All right.
We're going to start seeing some stuff. And I know we can all feel it, right? Like something's going to happen, right? Everyone here,
Yeah.
right? Something's going to happen. This particular full moon is going to reveal secrets and lies. So I have like some friends that are texting me like, oh God, this is happening in my personal life. So yes, on the personal level, yes. Okay. But we're going to know some stuff about reality and what we thought was real. And Uranus just went into Gemini on April 25, right? And so this is like the liberation of our minds. So like everything we thought was real, like I am this. Okay. Just throw it out the window. Like, so I mean a label, like I am red, I am blue, I am a Catholic, I am like anything you thought very dogmatically, I am urging you strongly to suspend the belief. You always voted this way. You always thought it because your mother did, and her mother did, and her mother, and all of it is going to get exposed. And so that's why I've been talking on our podcast on Demystifying Divinity, which I know you ladies have plugged for us before.
Yes.
This is what like we've been training people for the longest time. Like, suspend it. Like you thought you belonged here, or you thought this defined you. Suspend it. Biases. Stop being so judgmental. I went through a massive judgment detox after I did a plant medicine journey last August, and it totally changed everything for me. And I like the first thing I knew I had to do. So my plant medicine journey was absolutely mind-blowingly full on peace. I experienced peace that I did not know existed. Okay. So the first thing that showed up for me after my plant medicine journey was the judgment I still had inside of me. And I needed to detox it real bad. And it was like about 3 weeks of being like extremely painful shadow work stuff. It's like all of my religious programming, all like us versus them stuff. It all came up for me. And I honestly looked at it. And my biggest takeaway was become the observer. It's like, oh, okay, so they're still doing that. Oh, okay, so this particular is still, oh, okay, so, and they're over there. Oh, okay, and just like watching it all, like with popcorn and not demeaning anyone, giving people grace if they are still so strongly in this thing over here, whatever it is, politics, religion, whatever, fill in the blank, and they're still so strongly over there. Okay, give them some grace. They've got some serious programming that they just never knew they had to. And so I went through some serious, I was raised Catholic, right? And I left Catholicism years ago, but anyone that has been raised in a religion and has left it knows that like, you've really got to work on that religious programming, like a lot, like even years after. So I really, really, really dug into that, and that helped me a lot. So that was a bit of a rant. You could bring it back. Sorry about that.
I think that was a great way of looking at that. They're still working from their programming.
Yes.
And I just want to clarify really quickly. You talked about your journey with plant medicine. I'm assuming you mean ayahuasca.
No, I'm not interested in ayahuasca, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, no, psilocybin, magic mushrooms, very, very, very gentle. Ayahuasca, I totally respect Mother Aya, but it's not for me. And I know there's a calling, like everyone that has done it says the same, but magic mushrooms are just so very gentle. And yeah, it was Mother Gaia. She showed up in a big way.
That's pretty cool. I think Mother Gaia, that's been coming up recently with healing sessions with people. So I don't know if it's like that divine mother energy that's coming up to help to heal our divine feminine energy, but it's come up with clients a lot recently.
Yeah, you know what's wild is I went into that plant medicine journey going, okay, I'm open to all my guides. All my guides come through, and I work with different guides, this and that. And like literally the only guide, was Gaia and my higher self. Like that was it. And I kept saying, what about, and you can ask, like, you're not out of your mind, right? And it was like, this is who you are. And it was like, oh, okay. And I
Cool.
was shown peace that is available to all of us. And I do see it coming up in the astrology in July, which I know is a very grand statement. And it seems too good to be true. Looking at the world that we're in right now, I get that. And I'm not at all trying to be demeaning or to non-validate who's going through terrible times. I do see a complete change in July. But back to that newborn analogy I was giving you. We're just babies right now. Like we're just learning to crawl and walk. We need to speak again. We haven't been speaking. We've been introverts. The astrology now is extrovert. And I won't get into the why, but it's like air and fire. Air and fire. Air and fire is extrovert. And we need to go into that. And I think for the longest time, it was like funny to be, oh, I'm an introvert. Like, and you'd see all the memes or whatever on the, oh, I hate people or whatever. Like it was funny to be, but okay, the introverts had their time. It's extrovert energy now. And we're all babies to this. Like we're not used to this. We're not used to being like, okay, I'm going to grab my microphone now and speak. We don't quite have the confidence yet. We're still wobbly. We're still crawling, almost walking. We're still finding our voice. Like, are we this witch wound that's coming up right around this full moon now? Like, is it safe for me to say this? Like, I just told you about my religious programming. Was that even safe for me to talk about that? Like, we're just finding our voices now. We're in the newborn phase. And I feel that what's coming in July is going to be the new beginning.
Sounds like we're all going to get a streak of fearlessness.
Yeah.
All right. I like.
Yeah, I feel the beginning stages of that now. Like this new, some feeling is coming up in me. I don't know if it's around self-worth and confidence. That's part of it, I think. And also about like kind of trying to take my own power and wield it. And that's funny because that's what we've talked about the last couple episodes on the podcast has been about women, empowering women to be powerful and how that looks. You know, it's not warring powerful. It's powerful in a quiet, calm way, like where you can walk in a room and you exude power without having to say anything. So I feel like that is what I hope is going to come on board for more and more women.
Fascinating, because we are not trained this way. Like we're trained to pit women against each other. I still see it all the time, like online and stuff. And we're trained to be competitive and all that jazz. Like it's like, again, we're newborns. We're learning. Like that is so the other timeline. And people that want to remain there and they're still gossiping or whatever it is that you're doing, like, or fighting strongly to keep the systems that have always been going. Like, okay, that this is where they're at. Okay. Because where we're going isn't anywhere even, it doesn't even transfer. There's no transferable skills. Okay.
Right.
We're going somewhere else. And that's why, like, the clearing of the throat that you said, Brenda, same. Like, I'm like constantly clearing my throat. I'm in yoga this morning and I'm like doing like all the, like, people are like, I'm like, no, it is fun. Just normal.
That's just energy, honey. It's just energy.
Yeah, it's energy work.
Right.
We can always blame pollen.
Right.
Yeah.
So shall we talk about what's coming up for us, astrologically speaking? Let's dig into it, Jenny.
May is like, do you want me to talk much about May, or just like May is an integration month? End of March and April, Aries season. So Lynn and I are like hardcore Aries women, right? And so like we understand this energy, like, well, and I have screwed up the Aries energy real bad, like mostly in my 20s. So like that means being impulsive and super immature, reactive. Like I did all that stupid stuff in my 20s. I screwed up a lot of did you screw things up? Because you just said you want to go.
Oh my God. Screwed up so bad.
I screwed up bad, like, because we're not patient. Aries people want to go fast. And like if something's not working, like in the morning, you want it fixed because by the end of the day, like you want a totally different start. Like Aries is just, so I screwed that up in my 20s. And someone with as much Aries as you have too, Lynn, like you probably really screwed up your 20s. Yay or nay?
Oh yeah, completely. It was a total shit show.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that.
That's
yeah,
what the 20s are for.
Well, yeah, right. Okay, we're not the only ones. Like, it's not like Aries are the only ones that screw up their 20s. I had a lot of fun though. Like, were you fun? Because I was
I
fun.
had so much fun.
I was a blast. I really was. Yeah. So, anyhow, so a lot of people didn't know how to deal with that kind of energy in end of March and in April. So they did all the stupid stuff. And like Lynn and I are both like, okay, yeah, we know what this is. And it feels weird because like things are going so fast and you do want, but we know we have to cultivate the patience. Like nothing really came together. Nothing really clicked yet. And it's because it was that 0 degree Aries mark being like, okay, this is like a birth. End of March at the equinox. That was the going over the 0 degree Aries mark again and being like, okay, this is a totally new, brand new. We don't know what it is. It's a creative, it's seeds being planted. And then we had to slow down. Like we had to slow down in that fast energy. That's what April was about because we were getting activated. Did everybody feel that? Like it's like, okay, I know something big's coming. It hasn't quite clicked in yet. I really don't know where I'm going, but I'm feeling so activated. Like nobody was sleeping, all that stuff, right? May is Taurus. Oh my God, thank you. We love Taurus. We love, like, slow us down. Taurus is bougie too, right? Like, likes nice things, food, wine. Like, yeah, you guys are the winos, right? I know. I'm a wino up here too. We have amazing wine country in BC. I'm up in Canada, and you'll never believe it. You'll never believe because everyone thinks Napa, but BC wine country is unreal. Okay, so just a little plug there. So it's all about that. Just okay, now we need to integrate. Lots of activations happened. And then Pluto, again, Pluto stationing retrograde. We've had all planets all planets direct. So it's like all this quick, and now Pluto. I think it's the 5th of May, like right away. And we're going to start seeing stuff. Like some stuff is going to happen out there. Pluto is the great death rebirth. Okay, yeah, you want me to say something?
Yeah, I want you to tell us about Pluto and the energy of Pluto a little bit, share with people that don't understand.
Yeah, Pluto, like I always say, it's like the butterfly energy. It's the phoenix rising from the ashes. Like the butterfly couldn't go back to being the caterpillar, even if it wanted to, because it's a totally new being, right? Like that's what Pluto is. Like it totally transforms you. And it's not fun getting to the butterfly, but that's what will happen. And so it's the phoenix. The phoenix, like, reaches rock bottom. So it's like there is nowhere else to go but up. That's why the phoenix rises. So it's like that's what Pluto does. It kills it off. So it's like not necessarily a death of a human being, but it's the death of you, the old you, your dogmatic beliefs. Like it needs to die. It's like that's going to come in strong on May 5th. What the astrology has been urging us to do, to liberate our minds, have a rebirth, but then it's going to come in strong on May 5th and stuff is going to happen. That's when it's going to start happening, right? And it's going to be really hard for a lot of people, like, because Pluto kills things. So yeah, it might be, I don't know, fill in the, you can't guess with it. You can guess. You can guess like earthquakes, tornadoes. Yeah, you can guess all those sorts of things. But it's also like, it's the oppressive structures that are falling. And I don't know how that's going to happen. And we'll just see. We'll just see. And we need to hold on tight with Uranus and Gemini right now. Like it's forcing us to stay in community. So like travel in community, like stay in your community. I don't think worldwide travel is going to be a big thing. We'll see.
I'm going to Italy in a couple of weeks.
Okay. We're going to hold the vision for you.
Thanks.
We're going to hold that vision for you.
There will be wine there, if nothing else.
Yes, that's true. Okay, so Pluto, do you think people will be taking exit points around that time as well? Like choosing to exit? Yeah.
Oh, yes. It's already happening. You're seeing it. Yeah.
I've noticed that too.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's through May.
That's May.
Okay.
And then, yeah, things do settle down a bit.
Okay.
June, sort of. the summer solstice, oh my. When I look, I'm like totally goosebumped. Like the outer planets have just entered new signs, right? All of them. So it's like, okay, that already indicates new world. Since they have such long transits, like they never come together at the same time in a new planet. So they're all at beginning degrees, right? And then right around that summer solstice, so mid-July to end of July.
June.
No, so I'm saying solstice wrong because for sure the astrology is July mid to end of July. So the solstice happens and it's going to be like, wake up, wake up, wake up. And then you get into July. So mid-July till the end of July, those outer planets are all going to be sextiling and trining each other in early degrees. And it's like, we've never seen this. So as astrologers, like, we're giddy. We're like, oh my God, it's coming together. And then on July 26th, the nodes change. And the nodes are fate. Like whenever I read a chart for anyone, I'm like, okay, so blah, blah, blah. I've been talking blah, 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 blah. Doesn't matter. Just look at your north node. Like that's where you're supposed to go. That's where you're supposed to go, right? So the north node will be in Aquarius on July 26th. So not only is all these trines and sextiles, like sextiles and trines are like easy, beautiful. It's bougie, like this wine and stuff we're talking about. It's just like sit back and relax. You've done so much work. Congratulations. I see you. You've done it. And then like that July window there, it's just like bing, bing, bing. So beautiful, so peaceful, so much peace, so much light. And then the North Node goes into Aquarius, and Aquarius is the people. It is the future. It is humanity. It is Team Humanity winning.
Yay.
I know. Like it's so mind-blowing. The astrology, the way that it's been so pressure cooker to lead us up to what's happening. And I don't think everyone's going to see it. That's kind of what I'm predicting. Like, I'm not to say like, oh, these other people are going to die, but I'm just saying, I don't think they're going to be available there. I don't think their energy is going to be available to feel it. Do you know what I'm saying?
I do.
And I think that's what the split is that Dolores Cannon taught us like all those years ago. I think that's what it is. So it's like, they're still going to be here, but like, it's like we're on two different trains and the trains are right beside each other and we can see them, but they cannot see us. Does that make any sense? That's the only visual I can get.
Like 3D versus 5D would be a good way to say it. Okay.
And we've talked about that concept before, and it's still hard to imagine it.
Right. Yeah.
So I guess we're gonna see it when we see it, or not see it when we don't see it.
Yeah, I mean, you ladies I know I'm talking to I know you already know. So just like if something comes up, if people are listening and go, okay, what do I do? What do I do? Okay, just let life lead you. Like a trigger comes up, okay, it's fine. But like literally, like the shadow work has been done. This full moon in Scorpio is like a celebration time for so many of us. And it's like, the full moon is in its fullest, right? Like, so, and it always shows you what has or has not shown. It doesn't matter what sign it is. Like, so that's what a full moon does. But like, this is the full moon of all the full moons, just showing, yes. It's like our ancestors. It's like Mother Gaia saying, yes, you did it. I know it's been hard. It's been hard for all of us. And it's a celebration. It really is. Like, if there were ever any night to like disrobe and howl at the moon, my ladies, it is tonight.
Who told her our plan?
I give you full permission. Full permission. Okay, that was a rant, but yeah, I really do feel such excitement. It's for those of us that have been on like this journey for quite some time.
I have a question for you, please.
Okay.
Let's talk briefly about the babies that will be born during this time frame. I mean, you astrologers must look at these charts and be like,
yes,
are these going to be little revolutionaries? Are they?
Yes, they are.
Talk on that, please.
They're light. It's like pure light. Like they have no karma. Like it's like, oh, we did it all for them. Like, and congratulations to us. Like we did all the hard stuff. Like Lynn and I were talking about our 20s and like I screwed it up so bad and everything. And I know you all have your stories and the new beings aren't going to have to go through all the things. And they're just going to be the new leaders. Like we need leadership. So, I mean, not all of us here on this call and people our age are going to be leaders, and we're not called to it either. Like we need new leaders. We need to know what leadership even is. I can't even imagine it. You know what I'm saying? So they come in knowing lots of stuff.
Good.
So you were talking about shadow work, and for those who have been doing their shadow work, like this is the time of celebration. Is there still a group of people who will come online, so to speak, in the future? Like
I do feel that. And I feel like a lot of people too are just going to have an aha moment. It's like, I think it's going to be like, I can't believe the astrology of July. It's never happened. Okay. Because astrology software goes back like tens of thousands of years when you get the really good stuff. And like, it's never happened. And so you listen to the different astrologers out there, like the leaders out there, and everyone's in awe of like, okay, the implications of the astrology of July is something we don't know. So you don't know. Whereas what you're doing with astrology is you're always looking at pattern recognition. Okay, well, this happened, like it always happens, always comes back. It always, maybe doesn't look exactly the same, but it's the same. Like this has never happened. So the only thing that I can predict just from my like knowledge is what Dolores Cannon always talked about, like the splitting of the earth. So it's not like a splitting of the earth, like the earth doesn't split.
Right.
But it's like, we can see them, they can't see us.
So it's like consciousness splits.
It's a consciousness. And I think that like for a lot of us, like a lot of us have family and friends that aren't on our witchy woo woo journey, and they're good people. Like they're great people, but like they're not doing the work that we're doing, right? And I do feel like a lot of them are, and they're not going to have to go through all the crap we went through. Like, so I do think that might happen too. Again, that's just me because I've pondered this stuff. I have looked at the charts, and it all really came on board for me in 2020. I'm like, what is happening in the world? And everything has been shifting since 2020. And we know what happened then.
Yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I had a question in my brain, and it was in my menopause brain, and that is a different category than my real brain.
No, and when you're menopausal and in this energy, forget about it. I literally forget about it.
Literally forget.
Like literally forget about it.
Right.
Like, okay.
Have there been any planetary alignments that have anything to do with like electricity and computer related things? Because I had my computer blow up at work. And it was very stressful because I had to recreate a bunch of work. And I know Camille had a computer issue, and her friend in Texas also had to get a new computer, right, Camille?
Yeah,
so,
motherboard down.
Yeah, the motherboard was down.
Motherboard down. Yeah, my phone too. It's like, whew, so glitchy. Yeah, it's Uranus and Gemini. Uranus, okay, not the last time Uranus was a Gemini, but the time before, because it's an 84-year cycle. Electricity was invented. So it's like the implications of electricity being invented, nobody knew. Now it's like everything. Electricity is everything, right? So we're just at the very beginning degrees of Uranus and Gemini. It just happened on April 25. And it's like, okay, so something's happening. I don't know what. Is something else going to take over from electricity? Like that's what one might think.
Right.
So like the old motherboards are breaking because something new. I don't know. Like you don't know. But again, you do look at the patterns. And this is something that has happened before, Uranus and Gemini. Now, it's always a war. But it doesn't mean it's going to be the same kind of war.
And that's so funny because the word I keep hearing is jolt, and not necessarily like electrocution or whatever, but just like a jolt. And like I haven't had the computer. I did have a webcam die, but other than that, I haven't had like the computer issues or like actual electrical things that I've experienced. But it's like if I sit down to like read a story, just like for fun, just like fiction or whatever, or watch a movie or whatever, it has some aspect of electricity short circuiting or people getting electrocuted, or like in the last 3 days, I have literally seen this theme of electricity and just like in random things, like not even YouTube videos or anything that are specifically about it, but just like kind of like fictional stories, even where it's been an ongoing theme for me. Weird.
Wow. And you're hearing jolt. That's fantastic. Ooh, can't wait to see what's happening.
As we all move our fingers like the evil geniuses that we
right.
are.
I wonder if it has anything to do with what the various people have talked about on the YouTubes about the great flash, and they're talking about it being a light, but what if it is this energy that's coming in July that's going to be like a flash or a jolt or a big shifting point?
That's a maybe. Yep, I've heard about the flash of light. That's a maybe. That's never happened before. I mean, if it's happened, it's not in recorded history. You know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? Maybe it's happened. Maybe this is the new Gaia coming through.
Mm-hmm.
That's a strong maybe. The light that I see within the sextiles and the trines, it is so light. So that wouldn't surprise me at all. Like if that is a flash of light and then that changes everything, maybe.
I'm having chills like all down my legs. It feels like energy running up and down my legs talking about it.
Wow.
So,
yeah.
Can't wait to see what happens.
Yeah, it's the most exciting time to be alive, ladies. Like, I know it's been hard. Okay. Like, I get messages all the time. What's going on in the cosmos? Like, what is going on? And I get it. Like, honestly, it's the nervous system regulation situation. It's like, because we're getting fried. Like, we're getting, like, that's what it is, right? Like, we're still here in our, thank God, my functioning physical vessel, but it gets fried. And so that's like been the main goal, is just regulate your nervous system, do whatever you need to do. And it's so easy to do that in Taurus season. Like just be bougie, make that date night. Just don't do anything. Just like read a book, stuff like this, like rest. Mm-hmm.
Do something bougie like rest.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Right.
It kind of is considered bougie these days, and that's a damn shame.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I have a question for you. A little more about this Uranus in Gemini. The overall consensus I see from a handful of astrologers is Uranus was not too happy in Taurus. It's slow, stagnant, opposites just butting heads. But it is happy in Gemini, despite any jolts that we may have, despite any electrical grid issues, yada, yada. Do you concur? I mean, it's a good thing for the next 7 years for it to be there?
Oh, an A woman on that one.
Okay.
So Gemini is ruled by Mercury, and the higher octave of Mercury is Uranus. So it's like, it's just full circle. It's so beautiful. Mercury is the messenger of God. So it's like Uranus is saying, heck yes, you can receive messages from God, like, and you're going to get them. And all you got to do is sit back, like do what you didn't do before. We were hustling all the time, working 2 jobs, like whatever it is we were doing, like doing our shadow work, journaling. We were hustling for so long that it's like, this is going to be new. And we just don't know it yet, right? So we're already feeling it a bit. We're already feeling like, holy crap, I got to slow it down. One thing that's happened for me, oddly enough, since Uranus went in Gemini, I am sleeping. So like I haven't slept, I don't know, since my babies came 20 years ago. I don't think I've slept like a normal person for 20 years, is what I'm saying. Uranus came into Gemini, and I'm like, yeah, I sleep now. So like we're starting to notice like what we need to do to receive the downloads, whatever you want to call them. And the way we communicate now is going to be totally. So speak the words, write the words, say the words, right? Clear the throat, speak up, because next thing it's going to be telepathy. And I know that sounds crazy, but that's what it promises, like messages from God. And then I send out a message and it's going to happen. The other things that Uranus and Gemini is, it's not only about liberating our minds, to remember how powerful we are, because we've been so programmed in our minds to stay in our minds and not get into our hearts, to stay here. This is our power. We've been so programmed to think that our thinking, and so at school, you get grades like, oh, you're not smart enough. Like I felt dumb when I was in school. Like, you know what I mean? Like that's the stupidest thing in the world. Of course I'm not dumb, you know, but we need to liberate what we thought of ourselves. We need to use this. Our minds are very powerful, but use it with our heart. And then we're like unstoppable. Like it's a cycle. Minds and hearts together this is what Uranus and Gemini brings. Uranus and Gemini also brings like liberation and transportation, flying cars. I know it's crazy. But that's what it's all signs are going toward this. It's going to liberate communities, people to live in cohorts. It's probably how we all want to be the Golden Girls, do we not? Like, this is what's going to happen. Like, we're going to be living to, we want to, like, I'll be Rose. You know what I'm saying? And
I'll be Blanche.
We're all going to bring something to the table. We're going to travel in our community. Everything's going to change in our communities. So that's going to be exciting too. But it is ushering in this flash, this split, whatever it is that it's coming, that it is ushering that in. Because when the nodes go into Aquarius and Leo, Aquarius is community. It is the future. It is brilliant technology. Like, would you agree that it would be a brilliant thing to have a flying car? Like, we can't even imagine it. And it would be and it's going to happen in the next 7 years. I can almost guarantee.
I'd just fly right on up to BC and visit my friends.
I'll show you the wineries.
Right?
Literally on our local news last night, there was a news story about air taxis. Because where we are, we're 5 hours from DC. We're an hour and a half from Charlotte. We're 5 hours from Atlanta. Like, we're like in the middle of all these hubs.
Okay.
But to be able to be in Charlotte in 10 minutes, like to hop an air taxi, and instead of it being an hour and a half or 2 hours to the airport, you could hop an air taxi, be at an international hub in 10 minutes. And it was like the propellers could like move so that it could take off like a helicopter, but fly like an airplane. It was, it was.
I haven't even heard about it yet. That's
crazy.
So exciting.
It was crazy to watch, but like also at the same time, you're sitting there going, hell yeah. Like, I'd love to be in Atlanta in 35 minutes. Thank you. Like, shopping trip, girls, hop in. But it literally was last night.
Wow.
I haven't heard it yet, so that is thrilling.
I heard it, Chandra. They were talking about it on the news. Yeah. But what I'm hearing is meet George Jetson.
Yep, me too.
Totally. The Jetsons. The kids these days don't know what we're talking about, but we knew.
That's crazy.
It is crazy.
So, how long is Uranus going to be in Gemini?
So it's a 7 year. It's a 7 year.
It's a 7 year.
And it's going to be, the world is going to look totally different. And like you were saying, Uranus did not like being in Taurus. So the lessons we learned while Uranus was in Taurus, it doesn't like being there. It's slower. It's like, oh God, dense energy. But what did we learn? We learned Taurus things like our food is being poisoned because Taurus rules food. So we learned about that, right? And money like crypto and all that stuff. Like, it's going to totally change. It changed it already, but like the money system's going to be, we won't even recognize it in 7 years. Mm-hmm. And crypto is not going to be like, it's not going to be that. It's not going to be all that Bitcoin stuff.
Good.
I agree with that. Mm-hmm. Do you have any last things you would like to add, Jenny, before we start wrapping things up, of maybe what people can do to take advantage of the energy that we don't even know what it's going to be like yet?
Yeah. I made a few predictions, and it might come back to bite me in the butt. That's okay. It's fun. It's fun to just like speculate, but like we literally have no idea. It is such an exciting time to be alive. So if anyone could like listen to me, with my advice would be, remember who you are, and you're going to remember who you are with your imagination and with your creativity. Get creative. And even if you're thinking, well, I can't draw. Okay, well then draw the stick figures of you. This is you, and you're at the beach house, or like whatever it is that you are, like you've always wanted to live at the beach house, or like whatever you want, wanting is okay. And that's how you create things, and use your imagination. So if drawing works, or if meditations work, or if like you really want like those family members that I was talking about earlier and friends, like you don't feel like they're coming with you, that's okay. Higher self to higher self communication. I love doing that. That's super fun for me. And I do it in meditation, but I've also written letters. Like, get creative, use your imagination, find peace, like rest, nervous system regulation, and just keep your mind open. Because with Uranus in Gemini, Uranus always seeks to liberate. So I was talking about Uranus being in Taurus. Like, we needed to find out what was in our food. Like, Uranus liberated us to smarten up our food, like, and to learn how to garden. That was like a huge lesson from Uranus and Taurus. We need to know how to make our own food. Okay. That was like a massive lesson for all of us, right? With Uranus in Gemini, we need to liberate our minds. So suspend. You think you know. Like, I'm thinking I know. I'm making all these predictions. Okay, well, I got to suspend it all. It's fun to talk about, but I like being wrong. Like, I can totally be wrong and laugh at myself. So just liberate your minds, use your imagination and your creativity, and it is like next level good. That's what I see coming.
I think that's good advice, because my ear just started ringing so loud. Yeah.
I'm excited.
Wow. I'm so excited. I'm really excited.
Wow. Can't wait.
All right, Jenny, tell us how people can get in touch with you and talk about the podcast you have with Joanna as well, because everybody who listens to us know that we love ourselves some Joanna as well, and love your podcast together.
Joanna the Healer and I, we do Demystifying Divinity. You can find us on Apple or Spotify. And then we do a monthly, we look at the energy of the month. And Joanna always puts that on her YouTubes, because she's a YouTube sensation. So you can find me there. But I'm on Instagram, Jenny's Next Chapter. You can find me on Instagram. And yeah, I tried doing other places too, but it's hard to, like, social media is going to be gone too, ladies. That's definitely a prediction I have. Like, it's going to be gone. And I don't know what something's going to happen. Like, we'll still be able to stay in touch and follow our favorites or whatever. But like the way we're doing social media, like,
I agree. I agree with that.
Do you?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I feel like it's changing, and I'm getting fed up with it. I'm like,
Same.
Yeah.
At this point, I'm just doing it for fun. I'm not putting much like, I need to get more followers. No. It's like, it's all going to fall. So
yeah. Do you remember whenever, like several years ago, it was a whole like business model of how you put things out and how you launch events,
pain points,
things. Yeah. And I feel like that has just completely been just gutted already. Yeah. And I'll be interested to see how it moves and changes from here on out. Mm-hmm. You think 5 years from now it'll be gone? I'm getting the number
very
5.
Soon. I think very soon.
Okay. Interesting.
Like, definitely soon.
Okay.
So
cool.
Like, I'm having fun with it, and find me at Jenny's Next Chat. That's my handle. But like, I really think it's going to be totally something new. I can't even imagine. So if you ladies get a brilliant download on what to do about social, it's not my forte. It's not. So if any of you or anyone listening, follow those breadcrumbs.
I feel like it's great to have it because you can reach so many different people in different places. But I think it's going to be more of being in person and being together in community. Yeah. I feel like we're going to go back to more of that.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, which I think will be great because we need to connect with each other, heart to heart.
Golden Girls it is.
Yep. So I think we've all had a reading with Jenny, and she's an amazing astrologer, and you can find her on her Instagram. And I guess you have a link tree in order to book an appointment.
Yeah,
with you.
I started Stan Store, and I'm finding that that's, have you heard about it? It's sort of
not.
it's a new, I'm like, ooh, I really like the vibe of Stan Store. It's like a new platform. So I have a Stan Store / Jenny Schafer. That might be what's still standing after all of this.
Right. Cool. So thank you so much for joining us and sharing your information. We love you.
Oh, yeah.
Love you, ladies. What a fun convo. I didn't even look at my notes.
Crazy.
Because it came from the heart, and that's what we want. Thank you.
Right. Oh, thank you.
All right, folks, remember to love yourself, love each other, and take care of yourself and each other. And we'll catch you in the next episode.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Thank you for joining us today. Please follow and subscribe to our podcast on Apple, Stitcher, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts, and leave a review. It's so easy to do and such a huge help for us. We appreciate your interactions so much. Want to join us at our table? Make sure to check out our YouTube channel and join our Facebook community. If you've enjoyed this content and wish to support us, take a look at our Patreon page. All information and links will be in our podcast description. Catch you next time.
This podcast is part of the Sound Advice FM network. Sound Advice FM, women's voices amplified.